Hey guys, Mark here at the Wildlife Center at Refreshing Mountain. Today we are going to be talking about some of our rainforest frog species that we have. Now, like I said before, we also keep a lot of native Pennsylvania amphibians, a lot of different frogs and salamanders and stuff. But we also have some of these really cool rainforest species that are very colorful, beautiful. Most of them are from Central and South America. So we're gonna give a quick look at the ones we have on exhibit right now. First off, we've got these really cool little guys. These are called Amazon milk frogs, found in, if you can guess, the Amazon rainforest of South America. Beautiful little frogs. They're called milk frogs because they actually secrete a milky white slime or kind of gooey substance that helps defend themselves against predators out in the wild. It's pretty unpleasant tasting, I would imagine, and has some toxicity to it as well. So hopefully that helps defend them and helps prey spit them out of their mouth immediately after trying to chew on them. Now, most amphibians have some sort of bad tasting secretions or poison in their skin. Most amphibians have that, if not all of them. Not many are extremely toxic to humans. But some can be. It's the best idea to not go licking or chewing on any kind of amphibian out there because it could be a pretty unpleasant experience. Next, we got our poison dart frogs here. These guys are, we're actually just eating some fruit flies. These are blue poison dart frogs. They're found in Brazil and Suriname and places like that down in South America. Poison dart frogs are actually not poisonous in captivity. They get their toxins from what they eat out in the wild. So in our collection and in other zoos and places like that, they eat really small crickets, fruit flies, things like that, meaning that they're not actually poisonous in captivity. And you know, with poison dart frogs, I actually think that they make really cool pets as far as setting them up in a nice terrarium with live plants. We're actually moving the direction, and this summer we hope to have live plants growing in all of our exhibits here at the Wildlife Center to kind of make things more vibrant and living. And you know, dart frogs is kind of like a good replacement for tropical fish. If you like tropical fish, that's fine, but I think dart frogs are even cooler. You can set them up in a beautiful live terrarium with live plants. They're not for handling, even though they're not toxic in captivity. They're just small, very delicate, not you know, to be handled really, but really cool to have just a beautiful terrarium set up for them. I think they're wonderful little creatures and cool to watch eat too. They actually even do, especially with the blue dart frogs, they do this little toe flick when they're hunting fruit flies. I'm not sure what it's for. It's like they get really anxious and excited about their little toes start flicking, which is kind of neat. So right in here, this is our only species of frog that we have right now that is not from Central or South America, other than our native species. This one is from Madagascar. He is a pickled fat tomato frog. I'm gonna spray my hands down here. We'll see if I can't even just move him gently over here. Now, you can guess why it's called a tomato frog. He is a fat red frog. They also come in an orange coloration. You can see how he puffs up like that. That's kind of a defense that they do out in the wild to make themselves really big to eat. And again, they'll secrete a toxic out in the wild to a poison to help kind of protect them from being eaten. So tomato frogs, they're really cool, funny frogs, usually hiding under leaf litter and damp soils and things like that. We always spray down our frogs before we touch them or anything like that, and most times we don't handle our amphibians at all. But remember, like I said with our gray tree frog on the first video that I did, amphibians have very absorbent, very sensitive skin, and so you know, you're really helping. They need to keep their skin really moist, so we'll always spray them down throughout the day too, to help kind of stimulate them and keep that tropical rainforest habitat for them even in captivity here. Now, last one I'm going to show you, I gotta just kind of miss my hand here again. Last species I'm going to show you, these guys are cool. They've been in our collection for years. One of my favorites, they're called the red-eyed green tree frogs, and they're sometimes called leaf frogs as well. Probably the most pictured frog in the world, found in Central and South America. Here we go. It's on my thumb here. See those red eyes popping open there? Let's see if I can get them a little closer here. Really cool little frogs. Underneath their bellies, it's gonna be hard for me to show you probably. They have orange toes. They've got blue and purple colorations under there as well. Very arboreal species of frog. And what's cool about these guys is they actually turn into a kind of a darker green coloration at night, because they're nocturnal, that's when they're out hunting. So they blend in with the darker colorations of leaves in the rainforest at night. And in the daytime, they're a bright green color, and they're always sleeping with their toes tucked under their belly and their eyes closed. So they blend in very well in the daytime. They're sitting on leaves all throughout the rainforest. If you were on a hike down in Costa Rica or Panama where these guys are found, you probably wouldn't even see them, even though they're very common in Central America. Most of the time they're just sound asleep on those leaves and enjoying the nice sunshine. And again, very tropical rainforest species, so these guys get sprayed down throughout the day to keep that their skin nice and moist, and to kind of stimulate and simulate that tropical habitat that they live in. So those are some of our tropical frogs that we have in our collection. You'll get to see every single one of them up close and personal if you come out to do a wildlife center tour this summer when we're able to reopen, and hopefully that is very soon, of course. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.